rico se nós tem pensão demais. Eu vou lá no sapo, me chama de pai. Na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu... E como ficar rico? Mais um.
Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz. Camisinha ruim, quase não satisfaz. Mas hoje eu tô vendo a falta que ela me faz.
Como ficar rico se nós tem... Como ficar rico se nós tem pensão demais? Eu vou lá no sapo, me chama de pai. Na igrejinha me chama de pai. Se eu...
Alright, good evening folks, and welcome out to the first round of our Caribbean Porsche Cup. We've got just about under 30 seconds left here in free practice, and then we head straight into qualifying. Just had a bit of technical difficulties there on the start, but we're ready to get going now, hopefully. And let's hope for smooth sailing here, as everyone right now is going around the track here and getting just their last minute preparations here for the car, as the checkered flag is waved now. We will have qualifying in about 2 minutes time. Do let me know how you're reading me out there. If it's too loud over the cars, I think it might be clipping a bit, so let's try this out here. Let's see how this goes. Microphone test 1 2 1 2. How are you guys receiving me out there? Do let me know. I can see Mission Wallace there in chat. Missing you here, brother. As we get this one going here. Let's take the drone back into pit lane now. So we can take a look at who is going to be leaving the pits when. Still have a few cars on track. Alright, let me try reloading the audio here. And we've got Adonik as well sitting out this series. I hope you guys are not too intimidated by this Porsche, you know. It's not the regular Porsche that we run, but yeah, I really hope it's not scaring you guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we usually run the 911 Porsche Cup, the Carrera Cup car. However, this time around, we're using the Porsche 911 991.2 RSR GTE, a 2018 version, before the beautiful sound there from the exhaust notes was curtailed rather than allowed to be in all its beastly manner. Here we go then, qualifying, 15 minutes of such coming up right now. Alright, we've got about 20 seconds left here before we head into the qualifying session. I just want to say a big shout out there to Michelle Wallace, coming off of our previous championship. He came out of that one ahead of everyone else with 91 points. The closest rival was about 86 points away. Okay, here we go now. Qualifying is live. And the first man out there is Dominic Charles, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's quality done already.
Just started.
It says overtime, quality over.
Nah, it says 14 minutes here for me.
Okay, let me read it.
So here comes Dominic Charles then to begin his flying lap of the event. And I want to take a ride on board with Charles here. This gives you a good look around of America. That's a run there of Road America. As now we're going to get the timings populated right there. Let's see the speed trap there from Dominic Charles. So 276 kilometers. You also see the reference of 400 plus. Of course, that is not correct here. Behind him is Barbadian Kadeem Mohammed. How far away Kadeem is on that first sector time. He's not that far away here, Kadeem. Sitting in third position here in qualifying. Should see the leaderboard popping up soon. Dominic spinning the car there, heading back into pit lane. Again, not improving on this lap. Kadeem will come across the line there, and he's now in fourth position. Dominic is back home. Just switched over to Peter Aaron now. Went into the wall there, and he's going to have to take position back into pit lane. But he's the closest man right now to Dominic Charles. Jaden Harrison now on a flying lap here. But with these GT cars, what you'll have to do is actually get the car all warmed up, especially right after pit lane. And so don't expect to see fastest times, of course, in the first 1 or 2 laps or so. Understeer there, pushing wide of that turn. He's not improving here just yet, so we've got to watch him on the next lap. Comes across the line now, so let's take a look at his first sector time as he makes his way here around the lap. But it's Kadeem Mohammed who goes second fastest now with 2:07.73 there, some 8.5 tenths away from Dominic Charles. Still not as competitive here against Dominic. Six minutes remaining here in qualifying. Sector 1. We have a sector 2 time coming up here. He's down by 8.5, but almost 8.5 tenths there. He is doing better than Muhammad in that sector. If he can keep it up here. He can go on the front row. Jaden Harrison. Into crunch time now. It's anything under 5 minutes is crunch time, and here he comes across the line here. Jaden Harrison, where does he put his Porsche? Second fastest, as expected there. Here comes Kadeem Muhammad across the line, and he takes it back there from Jaden Harrison. It's a 202.563 there from the Barbadian. As Dominic Charles now leaves pit lane. Actually, Dominic has increased his lead now to 1.2 seconds there to Kadeem Muhammad. My goodness. Alright, do remember to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Kadeem Muhammad back out of pit lane here. Let's take a look at the other drivers down the line. Jaden Harrison is still in a fast one here as we get two more drivers joining the leaderboard there after their completed laps. Christian Rajnath and that's Kimani Eastman. Jaden Harrison, can he respond to Kadeem Muhammad? Slides that car out. It's Peter Arundel with a 986 rather, to take that position away from Kadeem Muhammad. He's now 6 tenths away there to Arundel from Dominic Charles, another Trinidadian there on the front row. Jaden Harrison across the line. He doesn't over Kadeem Muhammad, but it's not substantial and significant enough. They're all dropping back here. They're all behind Dominic by a second or so. We have Mikel Charles doing well there in the GT3 championship that we just came off of on a Assetto Corsa Competizione. Currently sitting in 5th position here, ahead in the 3rd row. Here comes Oswin Wilson and Mornay Ducoy to join the leaderboard as well. Got a total of 14 drivers here on the grid. Not all of them having.
So sorry.
Muhammad involved in an incident there with Christian Rajnath. Not without a little bit of damage, and he's going to definitely take that one back into pit lane there. Dominic with a comfortable 6 tenths lead here against Peter Arundel. Charles, it seemed like he's here this lap, and we've got a minute left now in qualifying. Oh, takes that car off track there, just slight. Dips a tire into the grass, and that messed that one up for him. Half a minute left now. Is Dominic Charles on a fly here? It doesn't seem like he is. Kyle Barrett back on the board here in 8th position now. Kyle. Ahead of him though, Matthew Titus, who's back in pit lane. Oswin Wilson here. Another Guyanese, other than Christian Rajnath and Mitesh Ramnath. Oswin was 5th fastest there after that lap, and that's the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We will head into a 1-hour race next. Best lap there coming off of Dominic Child. 2 minutes 1 second 3-4. Here he is back in pit lane. And he's doing a little bit of burnout there and taking a look at it as he does. Flying lap here at the end of the qualifying session. Bit off the track, gets a really good entry and exit there to that turn. Let's just stay here with Jaden. See where he comes out now. Currently in 2nd row. 3rd position. Oh, and he's not going to make it. He just took that one back into pit lane there. Jaden Harrison. Next person on track is Kimani Eastman, who's also going back into the pits as well. And then we've got Christian Rajnath. Quite a number of fellas here. Just did not get it done there. Antoine Otidor there coming in 14th position. I can't even get to him here. Here he is. Otidor representing Trinidad and Tobago. Recently joined here in the last running of the GT3 Championship, the final round. As him and Christian Rajnath are the last to come across the line here. Otidor will head up the hill and complete his lap here. These cars are quite tricky, I tell you what. Comes across the line, does not improve, but it's this guy, Dominic Charles, will take them into turn number 1. And he seems quite happy with that. A 6/10 gap is something to celebrate indeed. Seems like he's got that car settled.
Y'all are seeing quality over, right?
Yeah.
Yep. How much fuel you're running?
I run on 50. Well, 50 and 50.
not one in turn 1. It's not one on lap 1 either. Take your time, you've got 60 minutes here of racing. Pit window opens after the first 50 minutes. It closes the final 50-minute mark.
Feel free to pass me. I am struggling to handle this car. Let's go straight past.
Take it easy, guys. Don't need to have any carnage on lap 1.
Is 1 hour plus 1 lap or 1 hour race time?
1 hour race time, that depends on where the final person is on the lap. Where the leader is on the lap.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Alright, heading into turn 1, he's got to worry about Peter Arundel, Dominic Charles. But he's a countryman of the second person there, so we'll have to see how they handle that. But in every bit of the word, this is a championship. You know, everyone's going to go for it. And we're just going to have to wait and see how this carries along. Alright, it's a standing start here. We've got everyone ready to go. Let's take the names off just here for the start. Should be ready in a couple of minutes time, at least a minute or so before we go, just to make sure everyone's got their setup ready and waiting here. It's a very long race. You don't want to make a mistake here with your strategy, your tire strategy, your fuel strategy. This one's going to be really good here. A lot of cars on track now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a run down the line here. We can see who is who and what they're driving. So we've got, of course, Dominic Charles, then Peter Arundel, Jaden Harrison, Kadeem Mohammed, Oswin Wilson, Michael Charles, Matthew Titus, Kyle Barrett, Rene Duploy, Christian Rajnaut, Kimani Eastman, DeVille Park, Javon Parry, and Antoine Watson. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Six lights are on, and they're off here for the first round of the Caribbean Porsche Cup. Great start here so far from the Trinidadian, but he's coming under pressure already. We've got some guys moving down the line at the back as well. On the inside, Kadeem Mohammed gets the better of Peter Arundel. Will he be able to hold on to it? It seems a big accident here at the back. We've got Michael Charles all the way down. Another person here, who is this? It's Matthew Titus. Yes, it's Matthew Titus, ladies and gentlemen. The Bill Park also losing some positions there at the start. And Eastman and Park there in a battle here now. On the inside is Kimani Eastman. The Bill Park is across. But Wilson at the back of Peter Arundel now. And Jaden Harrison colliding. Briefly there, Mohammed is well involved in that one. Mohammed though leads Jaden Harrison as Dominic is given some time to breathe now. Oswin Wilson makes his way up there into fourth position. Christian Rajnaut with an issue. Mornay before gets by, but now Mornay runs out of track. And Christian is going to come back for that position. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Parry with a huge issue here now at the back of the field. And he's way down. You can see how far he is here on the mini-map to your top right-hand side. Dominic Charles already with a 2.8 second lead now. Mohammed is trying to get away from Jaden Harrison, but Jaden is sticking to that Porsche. position. Anti-4 with an issue now. He's going to move about 2 positions in that one. Peter Arundel, really bad start here for him as he completes the first lap. From the first row all the way down here into 11, and he's still having issues here. Sliding that car all around. Javon Parry takes the car back into pit lane. Kyle Barrett and DeVille Park now having a fight. DeVille making his way up the field. Rajnath staying really close by here for this one. Have a look on the inside there, DeVille Park. Locks up. Gets back on the charge here now. Against Kyle Barrett. He's lost some time there. Christian Rajnath coming around very, very speedily here. On the break and they go once more. Matthew Titus is in position there to Peter Arundel. Peter Arundel trying to climb his way back up the field. Arundel really close now to Kimani Eastman as well. Kimani Eastman moving over to the center of that track right there, and he's going to have a huge responsibility to hold on to that apex, and he does. As Dominic Charles sets off on a pace run now, 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 4:24, as Kimani Eastman locks up again, and he's going to have some issues here now with Peter Arundel. He runs off track. Arundel putting on the pressure there on the Jamaican to come out on top. Eastman all the way down into 13th position now. This is still going on. Christian Rajnath did make that pass there against DeVille Park, and now DeVille is coming back for it. Mikhail Charles against Renee Floyd there in the background as well. And here they come. Nice little battle here we have going on in the field. On the inside, Christian Rajnath is having a look. He's also defending there from DeVille Park. DeVille sliding that car. He's going to lose some more time and repeat at those pairs. Christian Rajnath as well. Christian though didn't come off as bad as DeVille did. And now we've got Jaden Harrison sitting closing the gap to Kadeem Muhammad now. Kadeem Muhammad some 6.5 seconds away from Dominic Charles. Dominic just dominating right now. Oh, and no, it's going to be huge there from Kyle Barrett as he takes it on the grass. Lost total control there. Gets into Christian Rajnath. Amazing that he actually kept going now. Also involved in that one's DeVille Park, but DeVille is all the way in the front now of them. I think the one who lost out there was Christian Rajnath. I want to take a look and see how much damage he's got here. Doesn't seem so bad. And he continues to keep going here. Christian Rajnath. Look at this. That is forming here behind DeVille Park. Duploy brings up the rear of this field. This this mini field that we have here. Now Kyle Barrett falls victim there to Mornay Duploy. Mornay with a great pass there on Kyle Barrett, but he's got some work to do. As now Mikel Charles puts a bit of a lock up there from Bill Park. As Park now comes on the pressure from Peter Arundel. Arundel switches back to the inside line, and now DeVille Park takes it on the grass. He's trying to keep control of it, but it's nothing going to give here. On the inside now, he locks up. Peter Arundel gets by Mikel Charles, looking for an opportunity as well. Can he get it done? He does. 2 positions lost there to the Jamaican. Now Mornay is dragging Kyle Barrett along with him here. And he's also having a look at that 7th position being held by DeVille Park. Christian Rajnath in the background trying to climb up. And oh no, Mornay running out of track now. Can he get it stopped? No, he cannot. He's going to spin that one. And it comes to a complete stop ahead of Kyle Barrett. Now Christian Rajnath with a tip. It's going to just push Kyle away from him and that position there. And pure chaos now. As of course, once you get that car on the grass, it's very hard not to lock the tires up. Christian Rajnath now ahead of who is this? It's Matthew Titus and Kyle Barrett and now Mornay Duploy, the shorter end of that stick. DeVille Park heads into pit lane, seemingly with some damage after that altercation that he had. Peter Arundel will be able to breathe now, but Mikel Charles is right there with him. Now Christian Rajnath back in 7th position, but for how long is Matthew Titus? Seems very racy now behind him. Oh, very, very late on the brakes there, Matthew Titus. Almost coming into the rear end of that Porsche driven by Christian Rajnath. Running wide there is Kyle Barrett, and now Mornay Duploy is going to have a look at that, is he? The South African racing out of the Cayman Islands here, representing that flag in the first round of his Caribbean Porsche Cup Series. So he runs that real wide there, Mornay Duploy. He's got to be careful not to run out of those cut track warnings. He's only got about 3. Here you can see the bottom right hand corner. It's being counted there by our trusty old penalty system. Taking a look up ahead though, it's Dominic Charles with a really great lead here against Mohammed. 10 seconds already on the timing board. Kadeem Mohammed with a comfortable lead as well against Jaden Harrison, but he cannot relax as Jaden is lying in wait there. Oswin Wilson is the 4th person here on track, and he's sort of in no man's land here, racing all by himself. Behind him it's Peter Arundel, and Peter Arundel still has Mikel Charles. He's actually opened the gap here against Mikel Charles. Mikel Charles seemingly struggling here though with this Porsche. And then we've got the 3-way fight for 7th position coming up behind Mikel Charles. The leader of that is Christian Rajnath. Oh, he's been able to open up the gap here, while around 3 seconds or so to Matthew Titus now. Titus running that quite deep there now. Mornay Duploy has lost that position to Kyle Barrett. Grossman here. Oh, Peter Arundel with an issue again, ladies and gentlemen. And now Mikel has taken that position now from him. Luckily, that's the only position he will lose. He's struggling now on those rear ends. Lying in wait there is Christian Rajnot. Let's see how he takes this turn. It's not as clean as you want it to be here. Christian Rajnot trying his best here now to close the gap. Back to Mornay Duclois got Kyle Barrett in his sights and he's trying to make a move now on the inside as they come across the start-finish line. Mornay Duclois, can he get it done now? Yes, he can. He goes into turn one, but he's going to run that way deep there. I think you can run that way deep. It's not going to be counted against the cut track warnings. But now Kyle Barrett is back on the case of the Porsche ahead of him. This is for the final point standing position. With this car in race trim. Jaden Harrison is seemingly just trying to stay with Kadeem Mohammed here. Charles is already lapped. Javon did say that he's having a hard time in controlling this car. Funnily enough, though, Javon Parrish is a Porsche man. He's having a real difficult time here, as you can see. The car's not exactly what he wants it to be here for him. Got a change of position there as Mornay Duclois again on the outside of Kyle Barrett. He's trying to stay away from Kyle, but a late lunge on the inside. He locks up. He's going to run wide. He just touches Mornay, and Mornay's going to have to try that one again. Kyle not giving in so easy here for that ninth position of Mornay. He's very, very cautious about taking it. Not sure if he's finding the extra pace there on the grass for the boy. Although we've lost Javon Parry there now, with all that he has had happen to him as the pit window goes live. This is the closest fight we've got for you right now. Kyle Barrett with a mistake. Here comes Mornay Duclois though on the outside. Really easy job. Well done there for Mornay Duclois now. He gets up into that ninth position he's been fighting laps for now. And Kyle seems like he's got major issues now with those tires onto him. picking it up once more on the braking. And he's lost quite a bit of time there now to Monet Deploy. A little bit over 2 seconds or so. Jaden Harrison might want to pit first. We'll have to just wait and see. That's the feeling that I have. With a 2-minute 4:506 against the 2-minute 5:068 from Jaden Harrison. Mohammed with a faster pace right now. Kyle Barrett sees the wall. Unfortunately there, Monet Deploy has been released and Kimani Eastman has been released as well as Anton Otidor. Barrett with a huge mistake there that saw him into the wall. And now he's got, I should think, significant damage now to this car. He's got to take it back into pit lane and try and get it sorted. See him almost tiptoeing around that turn. Into pit lane now. 40 minutes to go. Gets it under 80 kilometers per hour as he crosses the start line there of the pit lane line rather. And we're gonna take a look here and see. Charles crosses the start-finish line once more. Quite faster there on that previous lap. Now Kyle Barrett exits pit lane. What was that stop? It's a 59 seconds there in pit lane. Try to get stop time for you. Stop time's not available here for that one. Mohammed has been able to open up the gap here to Jaden Harrison now. It does look like he's pushing him in this lap. Mohammed could be to try and get the overcut here. Rather, sorry, the undercut here to Jaden Harrison. Make sure to secure his position against Jaden Harrison. of in no man's land right now at the moment, Kadeem Mohammed. Let's take a look, see if he enters pit lane. Park that car. Yes, he's going to call it quits here tonight. Unfortunately, very difficult if you don't get the time in with this car to work. Let's go Muhammad first enter into the lane now. Missed this spot right there. Kadeem Mohammed. Shouldn't be a long stop here for Kadeem Mohammed. And now Jaden Harrison is who we're looking at. As Wilson makes his way up to the third position for the pit stop. Michael Charles gets up into the fourth now. Peter Arundel has been able to claw back some of that time that Michael Charles has been ahead of him for after quite a few incidents. I want to believe Michael Charles might have been involved in a few incidents himself. But the two Trinidadians here taking it along quite nicely. A little bit of slide there from Michael Charles. Time there from Kadeem Mohammed is about 1 minute or so, 59 seconds. Have a stop time for him. He comes back out on track in 6th position, and so we're going to wait for the top 5 here to enter into pit lane. So he's got his mandatory pit stop done and dusted for Kadeem Mohammed. Peter Arundel now takes the dive into pit lane. And this is going to be an undercut attempt here to Michael Charles. Michael's previous lap time, there's a 2 minute 4 seconds. 2 minute 4.919 as Peter Arundel goes into pit lane here. Kadeem Mohammed will be able to claim back that 5th position from him. This fight is against Jaden Harrison, who is currently sitting in 2nd. Got a fight going here with Matthew Titus and Nate. Matthew Titus runs it wide up. Mornay just says thank you very much. Takes that 6th position away from him. Will he be able to hold on to it though? That's the question. A lot of passes here from the Cayman Islander. Unfortunately, he's not been able to hold on to it as much as he'd like. Very much tighter and clean line there from Matthew Titus against Mornay Dupuy. stop there from Peter Arundel is 56 seconds. That's pretty good. Michael Charles now goes into pit lane. So let's see how he's done against Peter Arundel on the in-lap here, Michael Charles. As we approach the 50% mark of this race, Kadim Mohammed will claim that 4th position against the Trinidadian. Now to pit is Oscar Wilson and Jaden Harrison. Of course, those behind as well to pit are, except for Dominic Charles, we've got Matthew Titus, Christian Rajnan, Peter Arundel, Kimani Eastman, and Peter Arundel has taken his pit stop. Kimani Eastman, Antoine Martineau. Those are the others that are left to pit. Dominic Charles goes on another lap here without pitting, as he's coming up against Martineau now. Seemingly trying to stay out of the way here, and Dominic Charles trying to get some. Oh, he does get it done. Seems so. Altidore does not want to be held up pace-wise. Flags are waving. Don't worry that you're not seeing it on our screen. You're seeing it on it. They're seeing it on their screen. So when will Jaden Harrison take this car into pit lane? What about Oscar Wilson? As he makes his way around turn 2. Jaden Harrison is on a fresh lap as well. Kadim Mohammed comes across the start-finish line once more. And then we've got the trio of Monet Dubois, Matthew Titus, and Christian Rajnan. Monet Dubois goes into pit lane, so does Christian Rajnan. He's mimicking what the South African is doing here. We'll check back to see what stop that is. Michael Charles did a 61-second stop. That's not going to be well here for him, and it isn't, as Peter Arundel does get ahead of him. And a really good amount of time to. Here's Peter Arundel going through turn 1. Here is Michael Charles now entering turn 1. So he did not do well there on the on the in-lap to his pit stop. And his pit stop was also quite long. 61 seconds against Peter's 56 seconds. Monet Dubois has done a 40-second stop. That will bode well for him and his fight against Matthew Titus. Christian Rajnan now exits pit lane. He does a 57-second stop. And he's not that far away from Monet Dubois, is he? Yes, he is actually. He's about 20-something seconds away here. Rajnan. Altidore and Eastman are in pit lane. Eastman already out of pit lane there with a 57-second pit lane time. I'm saying stops, but these are actual pit lane times. From the moment in which they enter pit lane and exit pit lane, we do not have a stop time for you at this point here. So Michael Charles with a huge problem here. With 28 minutes left on the clock, he's lost out to Peter Arundel. Matthew Titus still to pit here. And against Monet Dubois, we will take a look and see how well he can do here. Of course, it's not looking good for him at the moment. He's not even taking it into pit lane there, and he messed up that penultimate turn right there. Christian Rajnot is not even close to Mornay Duploy. So after the pit stops, nothing given. Here goes Dominic Charles. He did take his pit stop there, and his pit stop was a 56 seconds there. Anton Ottendorf 59 seconds. Oswin Wilson and Jaden Harrison left the pit now. Dominic Charles with a really good amount of time in his hands to take that pit stop. Some issues there. I'm trying to see who's the person going into pit lane now. It's Oswin Wilson, so Oswin will take his pit stop now. Gotta be careful not to lose some time here to Peter Arundel. Matthew Titus still has to pit. We've got yellow flags now for that person, I believe, who went off track. Harrison trying to keep it up here at the head of So Jaden leads now by 21 seconds. Titus finally gets into pit lane now. Where's Oswin Wilson? He's already left the pit lane. 56 seconds stop there. Rather pit lane time from Oswin Wilson. Does well to take that position away from Peter Arundel now, who's had to deal with traffic around the lap. Peter Arundel, and that's the margin in which he's lost his position. Or rather, it's Oswald who retained that position. Peter Arundel doing well here to claw his way back to the front of the field, not to the total front, of course. After that lap 1 incident, saw him way back in like about 11th or so. But doing well here, Peter Arundel, to claw his way back up the field. And with no contention, rather, Michael Charles here in 6th position, losing out on that fight with Peter Arundel after the pit stops. Mistake here from Michael Charles, that's not helping him at all. As Artie again goes right off track here. They're all struggling here in the bottom. At the bottom of the field, we've got Otidur, we've got Eastman, and we've got Christian Rajnot all suffering. Seems as though Christian has damage as well that he's trying to cope with. Getting around Road America here. Anything can happen. Sliding that car, locking up into that turn, that front left. Might have some flat spots now. You can see him fighting the car into turns, and it does not want to turn. He's messing it up. He has a lot of understeer on it. Still got yellow flags out here, but I'm not sure what it's for. Oh, it's Otidur once more. I think he's got damage on that car, which is preventing him from completing a lap here. Harrison still to pit, ladies and gentlemen. He's losing time now to Dominic Charles. It was at 21 seconds here, 22 seconds rather. Now Dominic is picking up the pace here at around 20 seconds. It's open Jaden Harrison for an incident involving Dominic Charles, where he can get a free pit stop here to the Trinidad. Charles does not get involved here in the Trinidadians' fight to victory. Here from gonna have to take a look at that sometime right now. Jaden Harrison with 5 minutes left here for the pit window to be closed has got to start contemplating what he's going to do. We've got an issue here now. He's got some issues with his system here. Currently off track now. Trying to stay out of the way of Jaden Harrison there, but it did him no good. Jaden Harrison almost colliding with Matthew Titus there. I think Matthew might have thought that he's closer to that. Sorry, he was closer to him than he was. But he's lost a lot of time there, Jaden Harrison, already to Dominic. Dominic 18.5 seconds trip now from this top spot. Jaden Harrison still to pit road. And that's, I think we've lost Otto Dorn now to that incident that he had. Here comes Jaden Harrison into pit lane though. Gotta get it stopped by the yellow line. Under 80 kilometers per hour, and he seemingly does. Grenade Boy and Michael Charles having a little fight here. I think Michael has had an issue. Dominic Charles will go ahead and retain the lead of this race. Jaden Harrison versus Kadeem Mohammed. Kadeem Mohammed is making his way through Sector 3 at the moment. As Christian Rajnath has an issue here, ladies and gentlemen, in turn 1. He's going to lose that position to Kimani Eastman now. And where is Jaden Harrison? Back out on track here. And with time to spare here, Jaden Harrison has made a great jump into second position ahead of Kadeem Mohammed, ladies and gentlemen. Kadeem finding the traffic quite difficult here around Road America. And now he's lost out to that second position to Jaden Harrison. Jaden going for the long run with just about 3 or 4 minutes left in the pit window. to take that pit stop. He did it, he got it done, and now he's ahead of Kadeem Mohammed. What a sprint run that was there, coming into the closing part of the pit window. Kadeem Mohammed, I'm pretty sure, has to deal with a lot of traffic, which enabled him to lose this position now to Jaden Harrison. But Jaden also running a really good and consistent stint there at the top of the field. You can see on the minimap right now, we're looking at number 3, and number 2 is Jaden Harrison. That's how far ahead he is. Oswin Wilson behind here in 4th position. It's a 2-minute 2.5. Let me get that for you. Jaden Harrison with a 55-second stop, by the way. It's a 2-minute 2.523 there on that previous lap from Dominic Charles. Jaden Harrison just coming out of pit lane will not have a significant run here at the timing charts. But I do want to see what the pace is like between the two of them. Goes into pit lane now. This is going to be his second stop, unfortunately, for Monet, so he's going to lose those positions that he's made up here to get all the way into I think it was 6th position. Harrison opening the gap here to Kadeem Mohammed. Sit quite nicely here in position. Peter Arundel not that far away though from the Guyanese. Jaden Harrison continuing to open the gap against Kadeem Mohammed here. Jaden Harrison, sorry, Dominic Charles has got a back marker ahead of him to worry about. I think that is Matthew Titus. Pit lane is closed, and we've got 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Matthew Titus does try to get out of the way here. Still seeing those yellow flags. That's definitely a glitch. Oswin Wilson's refueling campaign is now over. Can have a bit of a reading into what he's doing. Oh no, Christian Rajnath has been given a drive-through penalty for cutting on lap 22. He's all out of his club track warnings there, Christian Rajnath. So he's got to do a drive-through penalty. Here he is, currently sitting in 9th position. We've lost Rene Dufoy as well in this one. It's a 2-minute 2:775 there from Dominic Charles on the previous lap. And where's Jaden Harrison? I want to get on pace. Goes across the line. 6:28. That's the fastest he's done this lap. That was actually faster than Dominic Charles did the previous one. But he's still adrift by 31.3 seconds, Jaden Harrison to Dominic Charles. It's a 2-minute 5:444 here from Kadeem Mohammed. And is that Oswin Wilson now in the background? Yes, it is. It seems to be kind of like on our hands here with just about under 11 minutes to go. As a matter of fact, it seems as though Peter Arundel could also get involved here with this one, along with Michael Charles. Rajnath has taken his drive-through penalty. Joins the track in 9th position. Sorry about that. It was actually Peter Arundel, Oswin Wilson, and Kadeem Mohammed I was looking at. Oswin Wilson getting dreadfully closer now to Kadeem Mohammed. 2:584 is the response there from Dominic Charles against Jaden's 2-minute 2:628 on the previous lap. As if this all makes sense with 31 seconds in hand for the Trinidadian against the Jamaican. It's going to be a 2-minute 2:791 now from Jaden Harrison. The pace difference is quite close, I would say, but it's still in the format of things. With a 31-second lead here, something is crazily amiss here between these two drivers. Peter Arundel, Oswin Wilson, and Kadeem Mohammed all doing quite similar times, with Kadeem Mohammed being quite slower there on that previous lap. Both Oswin Wilson and Peter Arundel in the 2-minute 4s, while Kadeem Mohammed was in the 2-minute 5s on that previous lap. Under 8.5 minutes left here now. Can possibly close this gap to the Barbadian? And can Peter Arundel make some use of it as well? Here's the distance between the two cars, and then you can see the distance to Peter Arundel in the background. There, Oswin Wilson's going to lose some time to get back on the power here now against Kadeem Mohammed. Gotta be careful around that hairpin. Matthew Titus now losing a position here to Kimani Eastman. Eastman with newfound pace here in 7th position. Jaden Harrison was running crazy on the previous lap. That's a huge loss in position. position there, but we did see him having to cross that line there with Kimani Eastman. There is Eastman and Eastman is in trouble there too. Matthew Titus lying in wait to try and capitalize on anything giving. Oswin Wilson with even more pace. Peter Arundel with a 203 there on the previous lap. Oswin Wilson with a 204. Kadeem Muhammad with a 205. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight is on here for P3, the final step of the podium. Oswin Wilson in hot pursuit, and we've got Peter Arundel behind him as well. Closer and closer they are getting here. To Kadeem Muhammad. About to enter crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. The second stage working here for Oswin Wilson as he's in hot pursuit now for the final step of the podium. Peter Arundel not that close right now to try and capitalize on anything else. Take a look at the time as they get ready to come across the line here. Oswin Wilson is better on the brakes now. Oh, but he's done a little bit of wheel spin there, Oswin. And he's lost a bit of time now to Kadeem Muhammad. Kadeem missing the apex of that turn. Oswin Wilson back in contention now. And he's trying to get into the slipstream of Kadeem Muhammad. Into turn one they go. Right with Oswin Wilson. We are in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. It's now or never for Oswin Wilson if he wants this third position and the 16 points that comes with it. Oh, and he's locked it up and he's had to pull aside there, Oswin Wilson, just to make sure he doesn't lose it all. Kadeem to race in quite cool and comfortable conditions when he's under pressure. Oswin better there on exit and flipping the apex. Has to come off the accelerator around the hairpin here, or else you will run wide. The Porsche does not like it much. Oswin Wilson looks like he's got it in the bag, but he's got to complete it now. He's got to tie it. He's got to make him put a strap on it in order to claim it. And while they're fighting, Peter Arundel does get closer now. Down the front straightaway once more. Peter Arundel more in frame now. He's got a great front row seat to this fight. Here comes Oswin Wilson once more. It's a 2-minute 4.638. He's that better, but Peter Arundel with 2-minute 3.35 seconds into turn one. They go. Oswin Wilson right on the bumper of that Porsche for Kadeem Muhammad now. Having a look on the inside. Can he get it done now? Oswin Wilson They're neck and neck as they go down this straightaway. Oswin Wilson, for the time being, has claimed the final spot on the podium. Can he hold on to it though? Peter Arundel there as well. Great little fight here coming down to the end. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Kadeem Mohammed, where did it go wrong for the Bajan? He's now sandwiched between a Guyanese and Trinidadian. Peter Arundel looks very racy and he's going for it. Osman cannot get away at this time. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. Sorry about that. Let's get you back in that fight. A little bit closer. Ooh, Mohammed, very close there. Peter Arundel, Oswin Wilson having to oversteer. Correct that oversteer, rather. And now Peter Arundel is turning up there. He's behind Kadeem Mohammed. 50 seconds left on the clock. Up the hill they go once more, right on board with Peter Arundel. Having a look on the inside. He should have made that move earlier there, Kadeem Mohammed, but he can't. Will he get it done? Yes, no, he cannot get it done. Oswin Wilson struggling ahead, and now he's going to lose that position back, does he? Yes, he does, but for the time being, can he hold on to the inside line? Oswin Wilson meters, inches away from the bump of Kadeem Mohammed. Kadeem goes back into 3rd position. Peter Arundel now saying, hey, look, let me get a shot at it. You had your chance. On the inside, Oswin Wilson very much struggling here with those front tires. What a fight this is turning out to be. Kadeem Mohammed almost shaking off the lackadaisical issues that he's had here. Dominic will cross the finish line. This is it. This is it right here. They go around the hairpin. Still racing, still racing. Final time around the hairpin. Oswin Wilson is going for broke right now. Peter Arundel seemingly has backed off a bit. On the inside, Oswin Wilson, can he get it done? He's locked up the brakes. Kadeem Mohammed as well is trying to avoid getting into an issue with him. Peter Arundel now comes on the outside and they both collide. Oswin Wilson with a shorter end of that stick. Peter Arundel will get away with it. Kadeem Mohammed surviving to hold on to that 3rd position. What a race that has made out to be at the end right there. Whoa. Unfortunate there for Oswin Wilson, but he seemed quite out of shape there coming down towards the end, even after he took the win there.
Nice one. Good race.
Good race.
Yeah, you must get this car too fast. Choke.
Kimani, did you see that?
What?
When I almost did a backflip on the right hander.
Dominic Charles, ladies and
Yes, it
gentlemen,
does.
dominating this race here towards the end. A 48-second gap. Sorry, that's the current gap. Well done to the Trinidadian. Get it to the start finish line, please. Exit. can take it under any circumstance in the boost he used here today. Dominic Charles. He seems quite ready for this championship. Alright guys, what a great race that was. First of all, let's take you to Kadeem Mohammed. Kadeem, great little fight there coming down to the end with yourself, Peter Arundel, and Oswin Wilson. It seems as though you've lost a lot of pace here coming off of the first stint to Jaden Harrison. You were ahead of him there in the first stint. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, it was a nice little battle at the end. It was quite fun. But I don't know, the mediums and the softs just feel so different. So I was struggling on my mediums in the second stint, and it was like 2 seconds slower. So I don't know, I guess that's something I gotta work on.
Most definitely. We've got a lot of time left here in racing for you to claw back your way there to the top and give Dominic Charles some fight time. Well, thanks a lot here from Kadeem Mohammed, the Bajan here, coming in third position. Jaden Harrison doing really well there in your first stint to take it almost into 5 minutes or so left there before the closure of the pit lane. Talk us through that one there, Jaden Harrison. Jaden Harrison. Is he still in here? Can't hear you there, Jaden, if you're trying to speak. Alright, let's take it to Dominic Charles there in the meanwhile. Dominic, what a dominant performance here from you today. Any secrets that you have right now that is up your sleeve? I suggest you keep that and bottle it away.
No, well, I mean, my setup is out there. Everyone has access to it. But I finally got a chance to practice for once, so things went pretty well, I would say. I was a little disappointed in my pace. I had a little more in it. I should have been doing low 2s for the entire race, but I mean, I can't really complain. You know, I was pretty okay with that performance.
Most definitely, we are, well, that is what we are accustomed to seeing from you. About 20 to 30 seconds or so ahead of the rest of the field. Good luck to you in the rest and remaining of the championship. And I want to say, I hope we can have you some competition.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, Jaden, are you back? We can get.
Yeah.
All right, Jaden, just talk us through that first stint. We saw you going for the long ball on that one, and it seems to have worked out there against Kadeem Mohammed.
I made a bad call on the tire. The software way too, the hards are way too slow. So, when I saw the pace, I was like, yep, there's no chance of coming back from this. Like when the tires fell off, I ran off a couple of times. Just not doing that great with the car. So, yeah, no chance. So, definitely hards didn't work out. So, yeah.
All right, well, you've heard it there firsthand from Dominic Charles. The setup is available to you guys, and it's all about putting in that work during the practice time. So we hope you guys can get the car under you and ready for the next event. I just want to say thank you all for coming out tonight. Even those who unfortunately couldn't make it to the end of the race, don't give up just yet. Keep trying. This car can be a little bit tricky to get a hang of. So just put in the work and you should be fine. Alright, well, thanks a lot, guys, for coming out this evening. Thanks a lot for supporting the event, and we hope to see you next weekend. What a beautiful little racing we've had there towards the end between Kadeem, Oswin, and Peter. Thanks a lot for that one too as well, fellas. Alright, just let me step away now and close off the stream. Thanks a lot. See you guys in the next one. Alright, folks, well, that was it. The first round of our Caribbean Porsche Cup, and I'm trying to get a car here, or a pace car, or a safety car in focus. Of course, it's not going to want to focus for me. Ah, here we go. It's finally in focus there. Right, so next weekend we go racing once more. It is going to be a stunner, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading to the beautiful Magni course. Alright, so that's next weekend, but instead of Sunday, we're going to be doing a Saturday race, okay? As a matter of fact, this race was supposed to be on a Saturday. However, we couldn't get it done yesterday, and so we decided to push it off for tonight. And yes, here we are. We've got it done. I just want to say thanks a lot for joining me this evening. It was a really great one, and we hope the guys can get up to the Dominic's level. Man, the pace on that car is one to be, you know, looking out for. I want to say thanks a lot to the guys there in our chat as well, keeping it lively there on YouTube. Thanks a lot. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, see you along.
My tears like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom. My tears like rain run down the window. I repeat your name, losing no wisdom. We'll be right back.